Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. Hope you're doing well. Still getting over my cold, but we're going to get through this bit of commentary that I have on the new Joyner Lucas music video and single for the song I'm Not Racist, which has been kind of blowing up on the internet, and the song, amazingly so, has been actually pulling a lot of people together, creating a lot of conversation, creating a lot of dialogue, and for good reason. I think it's actually a very well put together song and video that sort of displays as best it can. This is a very complex issue here. I think this is one of the better approaches and attempts that an artist has made this year in song to kind of bridge and exemplify and illustrate a lot of what's going on politically in the racial divides and the social divides in America right now in this era of Donald Trump. And there are a lot of people who don't care for the track, and I think they got it kind of fucked up a little bit because, listen, while the song is not perfect, it's not a perfect song, and nor do I think Joyner Lucas is a perfect artist. He's not like a Kendrick Lamar or something like that. He's not sort of on that level of conscious hip-hop, in my opinion. I thought his last record was just sort of okay, although this song, to me, is sort of a turn in the right direction, a turn in a more interesting direction. Not that I just want him to make songs like this forever, but I digress. I think this song is a pretty good attempt at kind of attacking and approaching these issues. And I sort of see some of the complaints that people have about the track, but I think that they're a little misguided or not completely understanding of what he was trying to do with the song. Like, sure, does the white guy say a lot of fucked up shit on the song? Yes, he does. And are there misconceptions about white culture coming from the black character's perspective on the song? Sure, but the thing is that I don't think neither character here is supposed to have the answer to this thing. Like, clearly, the view on this is a little one-sided because it's clearly meant in a way to give more perspective to the Trump supporter rather than sort of vice versa. However, the song at the end of the day is about creating understanding. And the song at the end of the day is about sort of bridging a gap and creating some compassion or empathy between these two sides. And I don't think, like I said, I don't think either character here is supposed to have it 100% right or even 100% wrong. I think that both of these characters have elements of their verses, their diatribes that are based in reality, and then you have elements of their diatribes that are based on bigotry and assumptions about the other side, and then you have elements on their side that maybe certainly undeniable parts of their personal experience, but it's a little bit of a feels over real situation. You know, your feelings and your emotions and your experience is real, but it's not necessarily reality when you look at the raw statistics of a particular thing. But that's not how most people function. You know, even though we try to be logical beings and we try to look at the facts, we try to look at the numbers as best we can and stay informed. That is people who are operating on good faith, that is. Excuse me. Most people are actually just kind of functioning based off of what their personal experience on all of these issues is. And I feel like both of these characters played or portrayed in this video are, sort of functioning off of kind of a mix of truth, the hardcore truth, and their own personal experience as well, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just kind of the fact of the matter. And I feel like that's what informs a lot of people's decisions and assumptions too. I don't think this song is a silver bullet. I don't think this song is an answer. I don't think any artist will ever have the answer to all of these problems in song, because a song can't fix these problems. A song can't fix these issues. A rap verse can't fix these problems. As much as the audience, we would like to lazily sit back and clap and just be like, yay, we did it. It's over. It's fixed. It's this song came out, so now it's done. It's art that imitates life. You know, not the other way around. Art imitates life, not the other way around. And, you know, but what I think art can do is cause people to gain some introspection and reflect. And for the most part, I see this song doing that, you know, and I think that's ultimately a positive thing. again, not a perfect track, and maybe, sure, it does come to a kind of corny conclusion. In a real life situation, would these two characters have an angry sit down and just basically be yelling at each other in each other's faces, really hear each other out, and then afterwards just hug? I mean, probably not, but artistically speaking, that's clearly what Joyner Lucas and the director of this video want to kind of come of this dialogue. And I saw another person saying that, both of these sides have completely opposing views and think totally terrible things, especially when you have the Trump supporter in a lot of ways undermining a lot of the struggles of the opposing view of the black character in the music video. Sure, that's absolutely true, but there was clearly a point in the video where he was reaching him and sort of gaining a certain level of understanding from him when speaking from his own personal experience. I don't see this as, hey, let's just let bygones be bygones. Like, there was clearly a sense of agreement and understanding there that was not there prior to this discussion happening. So listen, again, this is not the solution to anything. This is not the silver bullet, but I think pieces of art like this that try to approach these issues in a creative way in order to start a dialogue are ultimately a good thing. I hope to see more of this in the future, especially when it is produced as well as this, when it is this well performed, when it's this well written, when you have a music video that is this well assembled and put together. Hoping that this is an opportunity for Joyner Lucas to kind of grow his career as well, because I think this right here proved he can kind of approach these issues with a certain level of thought and care and attention to detail that I don't think a lot of artists can. And I think he's causing a lot of people who wouldn't normally be talking about this stuff today to start having a discussion about it. And that's positive, ultimately. So over here next to my head is another video that I would love for you guys to check out. You can click on that, or you can click on the link to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one forever.